Somebody left a comment on one of my videos yesterday, and they said that I was sending mixed messages or being sending contradictory type of statements. And in the video, I didn't really see anything that they were talking about, but they may have watched a different video, and then I might have said something that was contradictory. Um, Well, yeah, I am human. I'm going to be sometimes contradictory. Contradictorial. Um, this world we're living in is highly confusing. They're trying to confuse the hell out of us right now. And I'm just trying to navigate it and try to um, put out a message that maybe people will either relate to, or it could maybe wake them up or help them out some type of way. Um, uh, the dating sites, okay. I don't take them serious, and if you're on a dating site, you really shouldn't be taking it serious either. If you take it serious, okay, whatever. Me personally, I don't waste people's time intentionally. I've talked to girls in the past where they were like they didn't have kids and they're mid 30s, and I didn't want to waste their time, so I stopped talking to them, or I didn't really try to pursue that, or I told them that I can't have kids and I don't want kids. Um if I'm just chatting with somebody on a dating site, like, that's not wasting their time. I don't think it's wasting their time. Um, Especially since I haven't um tried to go out and actually meet anybody. There's a lot of other guys that actually do waste their time and they don't give a shit. So whoever said that they think that I'm wasting their time and they take it serious, like, most females I don't think really take the dating site serious anyway. Some of them actually use it for validation. Um, and yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you're out here single in 2022 and you're trying to date and you're trying to have a serious relation, find a serious relationship, it's a shit show, and you should know this. Especially if you're a female getting hit up by all these dudes, you know, talking about sex all the time, or sending dick pictures instantaneously, pretty much, or just like kissing their ass. All, it's the same shit. Hey beautiful, hey beautiful, hey beautiful. So, and you can see it on their profiles anyway. This and this, you can see that they've been on the dating site quite a while, and they've been around the block or two. I'm not here for hookups. I'm not here for hookups. Like, I'm not really wasting anybody's time on there. Trust me, I'm not wasting nobody's time. It's more slightly entertainment, or to see if there's any type of change in the dating field at all, the dating sites. If females are a little bit more aggressive when they hit up guys first or whatever, just to see if it's changed at all. Um, because it's some, I just have different perspectives of it. So, like, yeah, if I've said something contradictory on here, one of my videos, I'm a type of person that's constantly evolving. If I'm not the type that's gonna be stuck in my ways. If I think of something and it sounds good, right? And I like that, and I think it sounds logically correct, and then I hear a different point of view, and it makes that original point of view not sound legit. I have the option to evolve my beliefs, my opinions, And if you think I'm a grifter, I mean, it is what it is. If you look at my shorts, I make fun of people on the left, people on the right, mostly people on the left because they're the ones that censor me mostly. So I got a big problem with those people. Um, and it's like whoever I feel like making fun of, I want to make fun of. Whoever I want to make an example of, I'm gonna make an example out of. And I make a, I use myself as the clown. So I'm making fun of myself first and foremost. I put a towel on my head and I sound like a girl. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm making fun of myself. I look like a clown. I'm a clown. So I'm making fun of myself. Um, okay. What I want to talk a little bit about in this video, I still have, I don't want to be too long, but in this day and age, I think especially with females, they have to be realistic if they want to get married. If you want to have a serious relationship and you want just a monogamous relationship, you have to empty that cupboard. You have to throw out all the potential suitors, all the backup plans. Same for guys. You throw them all out. If you want to commit yourself to somebody, especially something like a marriage, and you want to start a family, and that's the only reason to really even get married if you want to have kids. And if you want to have kids, you want to get away from this degenerate society. You want to get off of this right here. You don't want to have access to all these extra people. You want to live a very humble lifestyle. I'm not saying you can't have cool things. I'm not saying like you can't have video games and high tech stuff. I'm just saying you want to get off of this type of social media. You want you want your circle to be small. You don't want it to be huge. It causes problems. That's all it does. For me, I don't care. I want to blow up. I want my stuff to get like uh lots of views. I want because I don't care. I don't care if I ever. I mean, I would like. This is probably what this person was talking about. I would like there to be one person I dedicate myself to for the rest of my life. But at this stage of my life, I think that that's just not going to happen. I'm over the hill. I'm an old man. I can't have kids. I really don't have much to offer. I don't have hardly any resources. I'm cheap as hell and I'm minimalistic. I appreciate my time, my leisure time more than a bunch of responsibilities. And um if a female was going to be with me, she would have to pay half of the fucking bills and shit like that. Um because if I was to have that, it's more like we get to experience. We're gonna go on experiences together. We're gonna experience different things, different places. It's not so much we're gonna build a home. I mean, we could have a place, but for me and her, it would be loyalty to each other, care for each other, and not trying to think about the grass being greener on the other side with somebody else. It's just living out the rest of our days, enjoying each other's company, um, and stuff like that. Because I'm past the having fucking kids. I'm past the fucking family shit. I'm not gonna take care of anybody else's kids. I'm not gonna raise any other man's kids. I'm just not doing it. No, I'm not fucking doing it. I don't fucking care. Even if I had grandkids, I'm not fucking raising them. I'm just not. And that's why I told my kids, don't be fucking having kids you can't afford because I ain't doing it. I've already done enough. Uh, um, so people nowadays are highly immature. They're not ready for a serious relationship. They're always either man or woman. Guys think that women need to like always be perfect. when it comes to appearance. They got to look like models. Not all guys, but there are guys that don't really have any experience with women that like these incels. I think, man, I need my girl to always be looking 100%. Man, like seriously, I like more of the natural look myself. With a tad bit of makeup, that's like she's not trying to seek attention and she's kind of like humble. That's something I really appreciate. Um, but yeah, if like uh, I think a lot of females are so they've been sold this lie. They want the fairy tale marriage, the fairy tale happily ever after, but they have they really don't want to settle down. If they find a guy they like, but they always pick like the wrong guys too. And it's weird to me that they always pick like the fixer upper. They think, well, he you know like he's a drug dealer or some shit like that. Well, I can fix him up, man. I can try to help him get on the right path. It's like, why don't you get one of these average guys and get to know them and see if like maybe that you can push them and you don't have to like worry about them beating you or selling drugs or going to prison. I mean, I don't know. I think that some of these females kind of like that type of a taste of that dangerousness. They don't, and that. When you have a family, when you have kids, you don't want that. You don't want a taste of dangerous. You need a stable house, and it's really repetitive. You need the same fuck. Is you're basically having the same day over and over again for the kid. The kids need to be on a schedule. Um, and it's really repetitive, and that's what a lot of parents just a lot of people don't understand that. They need to go to bed at the same time. They don't need to be going to bed at 12 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning when they're like 5. They need to be going to bed. My kids always went to bed at 9 o'clock, and they did it for up into their teens. Every single night they went to bed at 9 o'clock. They need to have those type of routines. Eat dinner at the same time. It could get very boring, but that's what parenting is. It's called sacrifice. It's called sacrificing. If you want that, it's sacrificing some of your happiness, some of your wants and your desires or dreams so your kids can be mentally healthy and they can have a good upbringing. But, you know, who the fuck am I to say anything? I mean, I went through a divorce. Me and my ex-wife split up, so um I'm not perfect, but I've been around the block or two, so I understand some things. I've been through divorce as a kid, divorce as a parent, on both sides, so like I have a little bit of knowledge. um, and that's where it comes down to. You need to sacrifice. Females nowadays, they need to really think about what do they want to sacrifice. Do they want to live in the fast lane and go for the shiny things right now, or do they want to sit there and find and not settle for a Lamborghini? Like a Lamborghini seem like the dude looks like he's flashy and he looks like he's fun and all that crap. But where's the future in that? Is that sustainable? It's not very sustainable long term. But if you find that Toyota or that regular Mustang, perhaps perhaps the Mustang with the stock motor in there, you can put some turbos in there and you can put a new paint job, some different tires, whatever, and it becomes really fucking fast and souped up. And then maybe those shiny things are more sustainable long term as opposed to just having them right now. People in the past used to build a life together. They used to build a future together, and then a lot of people just, and this is because of the way they were raised. People need to understand why a lot of females are the way they are is because they were raised to be like this. They are entitled. Their high maintenance is because their parents never told them no. They gave them whatever they wanted. There was no accountability. There was no responsibility. I seen a TikTok of a girl that's 16. She's turning 16, and she just got like a Lamborghini from the 80s, and it looked like it was right out of the showroom. And she was like, "No, I don't want this. No, I don't want this." Acting like a spoiled brat because she wanted some new one. She's like, "Oh, like it wasn't good enough for her." Why is she like that? Well, because that's the way she's raised. And I feel, and, you think that she's gonna be wife material one day when she's older? Hell no. She ain't got nothing to offer. They got looks, but looks fade. Looks will fade. Looks will come and go. But loyalty, having class, having some self respect, having some care about other people beside yourself, having nurturing aspects of, being here's a thing that a lot of Americans just, I don't think that they understand what it is. It's called being humble. Like, you might want to check that out, especially if you got money. You might want to think about being a little bit humble. That's, I like Rolo, but sometimes he comes across as being arrogant, and a lot of these red pill guys come across as being arrogant, and you know it's there's a thin line between having like high self-esteem and being arrogant. And like, I'm humble as hell. And if I'm wrong with something, I'll definitely admit it. And um I'm down to earth with some stuff. So, when Rolo called me out and I was listening to this video that he was with this talking with this economic guy, I realized he really doesn't know much what's going on when it comes to economics. And when he called me out when I was saying people don't know what's going to happen, is because he's ignorant pretty much in this situation. Um, but it might not be as bad as I think it could be happening. But from what I hear, like, definitely too, it could be bad. So I'm just saying, like, we'll see what happens. You just have to see what's going to happen. Um, if you're watching my videos, like I said, I thank you. I appreciate you watching my videos. And if I come across as a somebody that contradicts himself, I apologize. I don't mean to come across like that. I'm definitely not a grifter. I'm not trying to trying to um, be a certain way for a certain type of group of people. Um, you know, I call out people that's on my side all the time about them wanting us to have kids. I think it's highly immature for people to be having kids nowadays that they're not mentally stable or they can afford them. And I think marijuana should be legal. So it's just like, I don't think I'm a grifter. Um, um, and my opinions might change. I might have a video I put up, and then you might see that my video, in a new video, I might have a little bit different point of view. And I said that in my book. I said, listen, these views I have or whatever that's in this book, it could possibly change in the future, because when you grow older and you realize this is what you realize when you grow older. You don't know everything. And you're smarter than when you were a kid, but you still realize that you're not that smart as you think that you are. And that actually makes you smart. When you realize that you're not as smart as you think, like you don't know everything, that makes you pretty damn smart, pretty self aware. Because there's just unlimited things to gain knowledge at, and we're all ignorant in all kinds of things. Yeah, that's it. You all take it easy. And another thing is, I want to tell people I don't delete any comments. I don't know why YouTube deletes them. So if you put something in there that YouTube don't like, they'll probably delete it. But I don't delete any comments at all. I'm for freedom of speech. So even if you want to talk smack on me, you go ahead, do it. I'm not going to delete it. I'll probably ignore it, but I'm not going to delete it. It's your right to write whatever the fuck you want. Take it easy.